Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, Heel Faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Cordz, that's Draven Grimes, and this is Fantasy Wars. Topic.
What if Stone Cold Steve Austin did not give the famous Austin 316 promo King of the Ring 96?
Holy shit. It's gonna be a fun one. Be a fun one. We'll get into it right after this.
Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain.
All right, we are back. How you doing, Draven?
The weekend cannot get here fast enough.
Well, it's a good thing tomorrow is Friday.
Still ain't here dude, let me tell you something. After taking 2 repeated back-to-back 3-day weekends and then having to go back to your regular work schedule, it has been a chore.
Hey man, I am a strong supporter of 410s instead of 5.8s.
Well, goddamn, I work 510s, sometimes 512s.
Well, I don't make your schedule.
Don't even get me started on that dick swinger. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. Nothing crazy. Just been working. You know how that is.
Why? Yeah, I do. All right, fuck it. So, what if Stone Cold didn't give the famous Austin 316 promo 96? This is a question towards you. I want to get your feel out for this.
I think it would be financially devastating.
What?
Yes. It would be a financially devastating. Not only would you not get that immediate huge pop, you wouldn't get the Austin 316 t-shirt, which is still the highest selling t-shirt in the company's history. You wouldn't get any of that merchandise. You know, forget how many less tickets you would sell comparatively, but in merch alone, because at this time, merch was one of their main drivers.
Mm-hmm.
So not having that Austin 316 merchandise would be crazy devastating. I'd say it would be so bad. You may have had a different winner in the Monday Night Wars.
Austin was very imperative to the for the WWF. I will 100% be behind that. But we're here to talk about the what ifs.
What if?
And you know me. Sometimes I take this shit above fucking beyond more than I should have. I wholeheartedly admit. I do take my job very, very seriously.
I'm glad you do.
So, for those of you that have been living under a rock for the last 29 fucking years, let me give some context to the Austin 316 promo. So, at King of the Ring 1996, the newly claimed Stone Cold beat Jake the Snake Roberts and cut what is now legendary, iconic, immortalized promo. The Austin 316 says, "I just whooped your ass" promo. That moment gave fans a rallying cry and solidified his anti-hero identity. But without it, Austin's still a great worker with charisma, but I don't feel doesn't immediately stand out from the pack in the mid-90s.
100%.
He's still just a guy with the black boots, black trunk, bald head.
Yep.
Man, that sounds... Haven't seen that on another channel before. Nah, I digress. So, what happens if he doesn't do it? I broke it into 3 things. Short term, remainder of 96 into 97, midterm 97 into 98, and then long term, and then like an overall thing. So let's start with the short term. I'm gonna read you what I got, and I want you to kind of give your opinion on it. We'll go back and forth.
Gotcha.
Sound good?
Yep.
So, in my opinion, Stone Cold would have still got pushed after winning King of the Ring, but without the promo, the rise would have been much slower.
Much slower.
He might have stayed closer to the ringmaster roots. You know what I mean? Like the technically sound heel with Ted DiBiase, Styles' arrogance, but lacking that everyman beer swilling rebel vibe.
Yeah.
Okay. The Bret Hart feud from Survivor Series 96 to WrestleMania the following year probably would still happen, but because Austin's in-ring talent that made him like the perfect foil, the yin to the yang for Bret Hart, but the fans' reaction may not have been as nuclear without the Austin 316 fueling that cult following. Your thoughts?
No, I 100% agree. I mean, he may have become a main event guy, but it certainly wouldn't have been then.
So for me, I don't. What is your definition of a main eventer? Just so we have that in the clear.
They're generally the biggest name on the card. They're generally in the last couple of matches. Generally for the in or around the top title contender.
Okay. So my definition of a main eventer. You're one of the top three. You're the bronze, the silver, or the gold. That's it. There's no 4, there's no 5, there's none of that. In 96, for WWF, it's Taker, it's Shawn, and it's Bret.
Hmm.
Do you feel if this rivalry went the way it did, but we just took out the 316 promo, he didn't have all that going on, you still feel the double turn would have happened at 13 with him passing out the sharpshooter?
I don't think so, because I think that one sentence was so important to Stone Cold that I don't know that I don't think the fans would have been behind him. I don't think he would have gotten that anti-hero persona. I don't think a lot of things would have happened for him.
Okay. So would you feel if they did the same finish? Austin's in the sharpshooter, blood pouring, and he doesn't tap. You don't feel the double turn happens there. Because remember, the Raw prior to this, Austin's getting booed out the building because he's talking so much mad shit. Bret's the biggest fucking babyface in the building at that night. And to go from that scenario to this double turn, in my opinion, the most legendary double turn of all time.
Yes.
Do you feel, even without the Austin 316 thing, that Stone Cold in of itself could still make the double turn happen? Because remember how I specified it. He's still more of a ringmaster style cocky heel with Ted DiBiase's bullshit.
Yeah.
But that is King of the Ring 96. That's like June, July of 96. We're talking about March, April the following year. We've had that time for the Stone Cold character to develop, to kind of become the everyman character, but it's not on the fast track that it originally is.
Correct. Without that promo or something as legendary don't have that everyday man, every man, you know, crowd behind them. There's, I, I realize that they could do something along the, but I don't even think WWE or knew where they were going at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the 316 changed everything. There's
Mhm.
no way that they would have had that same trajectory pre-pinned for him.
Right.
So I just don't think that I don't think he becomes the guy. I think it forced them to take his character in a completely different direction than they had planned to,
Mm-hmm.
and it just became legendary like that. I don't. If he didn't do something groundbreaking like that, they would have continued to book him as a who gives a shit heel.
Okay. Okay. So let's move into my midterm impact, 97 to 98. And we're going to continue off from the Austin Bret Hart thing. So the Austin versus Hart double turn at WrestleMania 13 was as much about his toughness as his words. That moment might still catapult him into the babyface territory, even without the Austin 316 thing, but it wouldn't been as what's the phrase I'm looking for? It wasn't going to put the rocket pack on his back. It's not going to shoot him straight to the moon.
Which promo?
We're going right off of this match between Austin and
Okay.
Bret, the double turn.
So you're still saying the double turn happens?
Yes, but it's not going to happen as fast. It's not going to be that iconic rise as quickly as it was.
Okay.
He's still having to work this out, right? And to your point, without the promo, merchandise sales don't skyrocket in late 96. The Austin 316 shirt was one of, if not the biggest sellers ever. And without it, even though his fan base is building, it's going to build a lot slower. So Vince McMahon may have to delay pulling the trigger on Austin as the face of the company, possibly leaning harder into Shawn, Bret, or Taker as the Attitude anchors.
Yep.
All right. So what are your thoughts on this?
No, I'm right there with you. I mean, I think kind of Nostradamized a couple of those before he said them. That's not a word, obviously.
Trademark.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it to me saying that Austin didn't do the 316 promo was like
Shawn with the boyhood dream moment not happening.
no. I mean, trying to think of a non-wrestling comparison, but
Kurt Angle winning the gold medals.
that'll work.
That's a non-pro wrestling thing. I'm trying to think of a good one.
Be like,
I know it's hard to compare this to anything else because there's really nothing like it.
yeah. I just don't. I think that's such a pivotal moment that nothing that follows would have been the same.
Okay. So how do you feel if this didn't happen? We do lean harder on Shawn, Bret, and Taker. Now remember, when does Bret leave?
Pretty soon.
Survivor Series 97. Does Austin not getting this push him in WWF?
If
Do you-
Vince could have stomached the money,
I don't even think it's that. I think if you just kept Shawn and Bret separated throughout 1997 and have just Taker and Bret feud or have Taker and Shawn feud and not just put them two together, yeah, I think a lot of shit would have worked out differently. Because remember the main issue between Bret and Shawn. Bret didn't want to do business with Shawn. Hunter opened his fucking mouth. Vince took the blame for it. Now, if Vince just had his head out of his ass, be like, all right, we will not have fucking Sean and Brett at Survivor Series. Who the fuck do you want to work? Who are you comfortable with dropping the title to? Because you're dropping the title anyway. Work it that way.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if something happens and you sign the deal and he stays and you decide to keep it going, then you can work an angle with that after you sign him.
Yeah, yeah. Or work extra hard to sign him before that match.
Well, remember, WWF was kind of in a deficit in 97. So they didn't have that 10-year, $20 million deal that Bret Hart initially signed.
True.
Like, remember, he signed that, was it a year prior? Was it in 96? It was either late 96 or early 97 when he re-signed for that 20-year deal.
Okay.
And then 6-7 months went by, and Vince was like, hey, you still get that contract with WCW because I can't pay you.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was no renegotiating it. It was, hey, I don't have the money to pay this. Can you still get with the other company so you can still get paid? Which, you know, that's cool. But, you know, maybe sit down with your man and talk numbers.
Yeah.
Even if it's a 20-year deal. What if, like, the first 4 years, you take half of that, so $2 million a year, make it $1 million a year, and then on the back end of the 20-year deal, just add those $3-4 million at the back end.
Yeah.
I'm not a businessman, as you can tell. I don't do contract negotiating.
I mean, a lot of football contracts are like that, whereas it's backloaded.
Right.
Maybe a big quote unquote signing bonus, but the actual years are back.
But do we really want Bret Hart in 2017?
No. I don't know. Do you think he'd be such a bitter old fuck if
Yes.
you know?
I think he was a bitter old fuck back then. But if he didn't go to WCW, he wouldn't got concussed. He probably would have worked a lot longer.
Yeah, he probably would have.
Maybe Sean and Brett's last match together at WrestleMania instead of Brett or Sean and Taker.
Maybe.
What a way that would have went out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dave, put that on the board.
All
Thank you.
right, well, let's throw it to our first commercial break and then back into this more.
All right.
What up, PO Faction? Today's day and age, internet security is of paramount importance. That's why today's sponsor is Surfshark VPN. Tell them about it, Draven.
It was really quite simple. VPNs are the way of the future. Keeps your stuff secure, safe, and out of hackers' hands. You want to go watch Netflix over in Japan? Flip that shit over. You want to go watch the capital P word, and you can't because you're in one of these states that got it banned? Flip that shit over to another country. Really quite simple.
Absolutely. Keeps your information safe, out of the hands of hackers. VPNs, as Draven said, are the future. If you use the link in the description, you can get Surfshark VPN for 88% off, plus 3 free months.
Damn, that's quite a steal.
Yeah, we're talking about less than $2 per month, plus 3 free months. You sign up using the link in the description. Safe surfing, happy surfing, keep your shit safe. We'll get back to the show.
99.
All right, we are back.
It's a very specific number.
I need about 350.
About $350.
Damn it, monster. All right.
YouTube memberships.
Yes. I want to remind everybody about the YouTube memberships. Let's click that join button down here. Got 2 tiers to choose from, and we'd love to have you as a member.
The fuck were we talking about?
Fucking Stone Cold
Well, I know we were talking about that.
ruining his career by
No.
not doing something.
No, during the commercial, like, just like that, I forgot about what we were talking about the $12.99 for.
Oh, about the discount you get with HBO Max.
Yeah, I need that additional $2.99.
Yes. That's a deal breaker.
That's the
$2.99
delivery
deal.
fee for Domino's. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. Oh, just so you guys know what we're talking about is if you have HBO Max, you could get $10 off all your AEW pay-per-views if you order them through HBO Max.
Or just do what I do and just find a live stream service.
I don't condone intellectual property theft.
You condone VPN.
Yeah, we're still playing for Netflix, so.
But I'm not paying that $30 fucking dollars. Fuck all that noise, dude.
Hey, their fault that they didn't plan that right.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Greedy fucks.
You know that brings something. I put it in the group chat. We're going to talk about it Tuesday, but I want to kind of bring it up here real quick. I want your opinion on it before we move further into this. Let me just put a bookmark right motherfucking here. Did you see what the head of TKO said about WWE's ticket sales?
Yes, they're not high enough.
Did you see how he made Vince McMahon, of all people, the babyface in this situation for the common man?
Right? He goes, Vince McMahon was too busy setting prices for family. It's like, families? Fuck families.
Dude, I saw that. I was like, holy shit. This is probably the last time Vince will ever be a babyface in any situation ever.
Dude, how too busy setting prices for families.
But it makes...
What kind of shit businessman is that?
The kind of man that made himself a billionaire?
Yep.
I think, though, that does... That you know, that's another what if. Dave, time frame. What if Vince McMahon never did sell the TKO?
Right.
From a
I can think of a few repercussions.
Well, guess what we're going to talk about in the near future then. I don't know about next week, but it's in the near future. But dude, that just blew my fucking mind. Like, you just admitted to outpricing your core audience.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
They want same gates as UFC.
And that's fine, but you know what UFC doesn't do?
Hmm.
Weekly? They don't run 3-4 shows a week. They build up pay-per-views, what, once a month or once every other month?
I don't know.
And they might have a couple of smaller shows throughout that time. But you're not going to get the same gates as fucking UFC every fucking time. Because they're busy over here doing a Monday show, a Tuesday show, a Friday show. Not to mention their Tubi show. Not to mention their Twitter show. Not to mention their PLEs. Like, if you're worried about that one gate, maybe you need to collectively see what WWE brings in for that month compared to that one gate.
Nope. We're just talking ticket sales here, Buster.
Fuck your ticket sales.
We're only worrying about ticket sales right now.
Well, you worrying about the wrong motherfucking thing.
Yeah, they really are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had the lowest watched Netflix last Monday.
Which is fucking wild considering they had the AJ Lee return.
No, a week ago Monday.
Oh, the week prior? Well, is there really anything on there that was worth a damn?
No.
Exactly.
But it's been like that a lot, and they still draw numbers. I think they did a 1.4 million for the week.
Oh, for the live and then the
for
the stream after?
For the week, yeah.
Dude, I remember when TNA drew 1.4 million in 2010. They're drawing TNA numbers.
Fuck.
All right, moving on. We'll talk more about that on Weekend Wrestling Tuesday night. So let's talk long term. Let's talk 98 to 01. This is going to be a little more kind of. I want a little more banter on this one because this is where really as fans we're into this. So by the time of the Montreal Screwjob in 97, I'm not saying he stays. WWE desperately needed a new anti-hero. If Austin hadn't already caught fire with a 316, WWF might have leaned heavier maybe into Mick Foley first. Have him drop the Mankind gimmick, go more into the Cactus Jack a lot sooner.
Yeah, but I just don't see like Mick Foley became a babyface organically because he became lovable.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think any of his characters lend itself naturally to being a babyface.
I think Cactus Jack would be the one. Well, we're not even talking about a baby before. We're talking about an anti-hero. And
Yeah, but
Cactus would be the only one because I'm sorry. Every time I saw Dude Loved, I laughed.
oh yeah, I mean it was ridiculous.
Mankind,
I love the Mankind character.
but Mankind's a heel.
yeah,
I'm sorry. Even like in
even with the
99
Rock and Sock.
yeah, he's still Mankind's mixed heel character, period.
Mhm.
Cactus Jack is the anti-hero. It could work. But they would really
They would have
they
to
would
do
let
a
him-
lot of it. A lot of
dude, just let him do what he did in fucking Japan.
Yeah.
Fuck somebody up.
True.
Maybe they were to pull the trigger on one Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
That's where I was gonna go with it. Is they pull the trigger quicker on him, and The Rock and Triple H are your perennial main eventers, and Austin is
But remember in '98, Triple H was still just John's backup. Like he wasn't
Yeah,
even
that's true.
the lead of DX yet.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess if that's the case, then Rock and Shawn.
Yeah, but Sean's about to be out for that back injury going into '98.
I just don't. Again, my opinion still is you don't get Austin in the main event scene.
Well, I'm still in the mind frame that you can. It's just a lot more work.
Yeah.
All right, so getting back to it, Austin's rise might still happen. His style and his persona naturally did fit the Attitude Era. He was tailor made for the fucking Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Let me just be clear. But he would have been the breakout star. Would he have been the breakout star as early as he was? The Rock may have overtaken him quicker as the number one guy if he didn't have the promo. That I 100% agree with. But here's the problem with fast tracking The Rock. What made The Rock?
Fans. His peoples.
You would have to completely skip the Rocky Maivia thing and send him straight into the Nation of Domination. But without that stigma from the Rocky Maivia thing, that Rock character would not have worked.
Probably so.
So here's the thing. You're now stalling your two biggest characters of all time. All due disrespect, Hulk Hogan. These two are the biggest characters of all fucking time.
Yeah.
It would be a little bit easier for The Rock to get over as like the most malicious fucking heel there is. Just let him fucking down the fans.
Mm.
Maybe let him watch the Dudley Boys in ECW versus promo work. But Austin's still, at this point, he's full Stone Cold. We just don't have that Austin 316 stigma.
Yeah, but if we don't get Austin 316, do we even get Austin McMahon?
We're not even to Austin McMahon. Honesty. I mean, the start of '98. I mean, we really don't tie them up until Tyson comes in.
Yeah.
If you don't have that stigma with Austin 316, do you even get Tyson? That was a big thing for Mike Tyson to come in because he was such a huge fan of Stone Cold
Yeah.
because of the Austin 316. How does that how would that change the main event? Would the main event even still be Shawn Austin?
And they might have to rely on Taker a little bit more.
The Taker's deep in a feud with Kane right now. They're really building that. They'd probably have just flip. See, that's that gray area. I don't see anybody else but Austin and Shawn at WrestleMania 14 for the title. Shawn's deep down with his back. Mania's it. Like he's going out for surgery. It's not Austin.
Yeah. Thinking about all this makes me really happy that we got the 316.
Oh, no
promo.
doubt. But now I got to sit here and like, what would be a suitable substitute going into WrestleMania that year? But you can't pull Brett because he's in WCW. Without Austin, Tyson don't come in, so it's not going to have that same big match feel. Aaron Kane's over here doing this.
Can't think of anybody.
The only one I can think of, and the only reason I say this is because of how high Vince was on him and wanting to get him pushed over, is Mark Marrow.
Did Vince really like him?
Vince brought him in because he wanted the Johnny B. Good character from
Oh.
WCW.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he wanted that exact character brought into WWF
So why didn't he get that?
because WCW owned the trademark
Oh.
to that character. So they just got the Mark Marrow thing. Oh, Ken Shamrock was really big at this time. Really put? No, that'd be too dangerous. You would have to put Rocky there. But at that point, you'd have to turn one of them babyface. And at that time, Rocky needs to be heel. Which means you're going to have to flip DX to be good guys. Which, obviously, the night after WrestleMania 14, they did for a very short time. Become babyface.
All right.
Because I know how this contract was. What if they did it for the first time ever for a WrestleMania main event? They did not announce who the champion was facing. And it was Shawn Michaels versus Sean Waltman. Triple H turns on Shawn Michaels, sides with Sean Waltman. They deem him X-Pac that night, and then following night, going into Monday Night Raw, you form the DX Army. With X-Pac as your world champion.
Yeah, I'm not digging that.
You got a better one? Because I'm
No, I
running on
don't.
fumes over here.
I
Yeah,
got-
I'll put fucking Valvinus here. I don't give a fuck at this
No,
point.
the fuck you won't.
I'm choppy pee pee ka-ching. I'll fucking put Taka Michinoku in this motherfucker. I'll put Don Harris in this motherfucking main event, bitch. Try me.
Hey, be better than
Yeah,
X-Pac.
that's being biased though. I can't be biased. I'll put Ron Harris in there.
Oh. I can see you're definitely not biased.
Look, I have favoritism. I can't help it.
Of course.
I like one more than the other.
Shit.
They know.
Do they?
One made me bump in the ring. The other made me bump on concrete.
Okay.
Figure out which one I'm talking about. Ooh. You know, this can't happen because obviously he passed. But what if we got Shawn Michaels versus Brian Pillman in '98?
Wow. That'd be great.
My nipples got very hard very quickly. All right, let's go. Let's get back into this. So, without the promos, cultural hook, Austin's character could have ended up more in line with Brian Pillman's loose cannon, or even Ken Shamrock's intensity style.
Mm-hmm.
Respected, but not the phenomenon that turned the tide in the Monday Night Wars.
Right.
It's like you said. If we didn't get Austin 316, there's no 83 weeks. It's all the weeks.
Yeah. I think so too. Their biggest star ever. They just got lucky that it came at the most important time in their history.
Mm-hmm.
Without that promo, as great as Steve Austin is, because of course he was more than just that promo.
Oh yeah.
But without that catalyst, I just don't see him. I don't see him becoming the star that he is.
Yeah, and another thing, I've seen a lot of people over the years shit on Austin's style of work. But you got to realize, in WWE, you find that niche and you stick with it.
Mhm.
And what's easier in the fucking world than a punch, a kick, and a stunner
Yeah. Hey, he did Thesz Press too.
into punches? But if you want to see him wrestle, go find Stunning Steve Austin shit.
Yeah.
Go find his shit in ECW. Go find his fucking shit in Memphis. He fucking works. Just like Hogan in Japan. He fucking works. Just like Brock Lesnar before he fucking went to Japan. He can fucking work. But in WWE, you find that niche, you find the 3, 4, 5 moves of them, and that's what you use. Now, every injury he's ever had, name me one that's been his fault for being careless.
None that I can think of.
You can't. When it comes to his knees, it's just wear and tear.
Yep.
When it comes to his neck, obviously it's the Owen Hart Pile Driver, which we completely skipped over.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's rewind the clock a little bit. Let's talk about that one for a minute.
Okay.
Even, and this is a little side tangent. I know we're like, what if he didn't? But actual timeline, he did the Austin 316 promo. Okay. What if he didn't get injured from the pile driver at SummerSlam? Because we know that.
Wow.
Because we know because of that, he didn't wrestle. But that's where he really cut his chops for his promo work. That's where WWF really started like leaning into giving guys mic time. Does that hinder Stone Cold's rise? Because if he's not injured, as an Intercontinental Champion, he's just going to wrestle. And he's not going to get as much as that mic time.
Yeah.
Does not having the neck injury hinder the rise?
I think so, because I think part of his charm is his limited moveset
Mm-hmm.
and his promo game.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if he doesn't have the neck issues, he might have a more diverse and not a special moveset. He also might not have the promo capabilities. So again, I think as bad as it was for his health, that was probably a good thing for the character.
Mm-hmm. Because let me ask you this. What's the first thing that comes up when I say Stone Cold Steve Austin? A top Stone Cold moment or a top Stone Cold match?
Moment, probably.
Moment. Because of his mic work. Because he was allowed to go out there and talk. Nobody's ever going to go, oh my God, did you see when Stone Cold hit a standard suplex on Al Snow?
Right.
Oh my God, did you see the swinging neck breaker that he hit to Ahmed Johnson? I'm really fucking pulling deep for these older
you are.
guys.
Yeah, you are.
But real quick, you're gonna remember him fucking getting on that mic and telling Sergeant Slaughter to kiss his ass. You're gonna remember the first stunner at Madison Square Garden of Vince McMahon and the promo to it. You're gonna remember fucking Austin going out there and fucking talking shit to all the fucking DX. But are you really gonna remember the matches? Can you sit there and tell me if we're talking about WrestleMania 14, the Austin versus Michaels? I can tell you the finish of that match, but I can't tell you that match.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't think people think that way. Like even with Cena, I don't think of like matches.
You think of moments.
Yeah.
And that is the true meaning of a main eventer. You remember the moments that they give you.
Yeah.
Now, I can name one match that Austin's had that I can tell you every spot from start to finish. And it's literally 2 fucking moves.
What match?
Austin versus Bischoff, No Way Out 2003.
Oh, jeez. Yep.
It's a Luthez and like 4 stunners. The rest of the time, he's just kicking and punching.
That's the way we like our Stone Cold.
The way I like my Bischoff.
Flat
Hey,
on his back.
getting the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go into final thoughts for this one because I'm tired. I don't know about you. We got this one a little earlier than that.
Yeah.
So, final thoughts. Without Austin 316, he's still a top star. Too talented not to be, but more of a top guy in the mix rather than the face of the Attitude Era. Similar to like Triple H, similar to Kane, similar to your favorite Val Venus.
No.
The Rock probably becomes WWF's undisputed #1 sooner than Austin. And Vince might have built the Attitude Era brand around the identity more evenly across multiple stars instead of leaning heavily on Austin. So with the Austin 316 promo, he became a symbol of the rebellion, sold more shirts than anybody before him and after him. Let's call it what it is. And
Yep.
single-handedly, and I will stand by this, single-handedly helped the WWE turn the tide against WCW.
100% agree.
So, without that promo, Stone Cold still gets over, but not the same insane white-hot level. The Attitude Era might have been The Rock's era first, with Austin as more of a co-star, similar to how Triple H was.
And I think we have a different winner of the Monday Night Wars.
Oh, I 100% agree with that. 100% agree.
Yeah, that
But
one moment was so important.
But let me ask you this. Do you see Ted Turner buying WWF? Does WWF get that bad? Honestly, I say no.
No,
I think
probably not. I mean, because they had other stars at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it wouldn't have been the financial windfall that it turned out to be, but they would have still been okay.
How long would WCW gone before it actually fell under, though? Given who had the reins.
I mean, I don't think that it was the WWF that put WCW out of business.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
how long do you see WCW actually surviving?
Not much longer than it did. Because if they're making a fucking retarded back office, nothing's gonna stop them from making the same dumbass plays. Bringing in Vince Russo and
That
fucking
was
doing.
that was the death knell right there. Fight me if you want.
No, fuck that guy. Ruined my beloved WCW.
All right.
Sick dogs on the Stinger.
Or
Yes.
didn't they set Sting on fire too?
Oh, they set him on fire and pushed him off the top of the Tron.
Yeah, that was with the Vampiro, right?
The Vampiro match, yeah.
I love Vampiro before I found out about that.
Hmm.
Remember, my first taste of Vampiro was in TNA.
Okay.
So I found this out like years later. So
I got you.
I was like, oh, yeah, that's that Russo shit.
Yeah, that's that Russo shit.
Oh, that's another episode for another time.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, take us out of here.
Take us out of here. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget this Sunday we have HSP at 12 noon Eastern, 11 Central. And fuck it, Johnny Hughes ain't on here tonight. Where we're going to cover a plethora of whatever the fuck we want to talk about. We'll release that probably the next day or so. Do not forget, every Tuesday night is Weekend Wrestling with Dark Horse, Draven Grimes, and Edgar from the Snug Wrestling Podcast, where once again we will cover a week's worth of topics up to and including I want to revisit that fucking comment from the head of TKO.
Oh yeah.
That is priority number 1 next week, unless John Cena wins the 18th world title somehow, some way.
Never mind.
No. What you got?
Where the fuck has Cody been? Speaking of that title.
Talking that fucking Wheatley vodka.
I mean, he might be shooting his scenes of Street Fighter right now, I guess. Possible. But
Yeah, well, guess what? You can still take one day off to come do TV.
you would think.
Yeah, no, he's got that Brock Lesnar schedule now.
Yeah, that's
The
no
dark
good.
days are back.
That's no good.
No bueno. Anyway, don't forget next Thursday night, you're going to love this one because I got this idea from you. So, next Thursday night, we have
Fantasy Wars.
episode topic. What if Randy Orton ended the Undertaker streak in 2005?
Woo!
You brought this up a while back when we talked about it. I want to talk about it in detail. Get your notes ready.
All right.
All right. And also, don't forget to find us on all social media podcast platforms at Heel Shit Podcast. If you have a question for the show, email us at heelshitpodcast@gmail.com. We'll read them live on air. We'll answer them privately, however you wish. And last but not least, because you've already covered the YouTube memberships, don't forget the merch.
The merch.
It's fucking gorgeous. As always, you get TFK, HSP, Dark Horse Driving Grounds for Ruiz. My personal favorite, the Fuck Logan Paul shirt. Snug Wrestling fucking approved. Everything else down there in the Streamlabs merch site down below. And with that, take us out of here.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed as much as we did. For Draven Grimes, I'm Dark Cordz. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. Peace.
K-pop sucks.
Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm, always